carnival, everything. I was actually at Calypso rehearsal. We were just practicing for the next tent, which is coming up this weekend. Last week's tent was pretty good. It was virtual, but we're gonna have patrons this weekend. So we were practicing Calypso, and it was like Alamolu. Alamolu's back with his folklore-ish sounding Calypso vibe. We're practicing Queen Independence. She, the first female monarch, and her song is straight fire! She gonna win. Maybe all of us have a chance to win, but I think her song so far resonates. It just has that perfect blend of well-arranged Calypso and deliverance, and it's slow. So she's gonna take her time and land those blows. I hope y'all are listening. We also practice Murray. We practice Astro. The usual suspects. What I'm not hearing this year is a lot of witty stuff. I'm just like, everyone's thinking about COVID. I'm like, come on. Come with something else. But it's good to have them back this year. So that's some good news. And for me, I had some of you don't know that I do this entrepreneurship thing in Majig where I pitch internationally on these pitching competitions. And so I made it to the Entrepreneurship Sports Global Competition Regional Group Contest thingamajig, where I was competing against people from I think Brazil, from the US, a bunch of different entrepreneurs. It was great. I didn't win anything. I didn't win anything again. But guess what? It was a wonderful experience to network with these wonderful people. Entrepreneurs make the world go round. When I heard their ideas, I literally said to myself, these are the big leagues, man. What you doing here? But that did not faze me. I delivered. The judges definitely loved my, testimony pitch. They love the idea. It's just not for those types of competitions. And I know that the success of testimony will not depend on winning these pitch competitions. I just go there to hear myself speak and also to share the wealth of what is to come with more people. And so now that much more people know about testimony. Isn't that amazing? All right. Another thing that's good that's happening here, ships are returning. We had 3 ships docked at Port Zante for the first time in over 20 months. One making their inaugural visit. So those sights of ships returning to our shores, even though that's a bit of a polarizing topic because we feel like we shouldn't be dependent on ships coming to our shores for our economy. But guess what? That's what is. But we, again, having this entrepreneurship spirit that's proliferating within our society. And so bit by bit, we are actually diversifying our economy, and that's worthy of mention. And speaking of that, diversifying our economy, the MSR group has started filming at Belmont Farm. I saw some of the movie stars. I saw the director. I saw Elizabeth Hurley. I saw all these people, and it's a wonderful sight to see these people. They're human beings. They're human beings. That's it. They're literally regular people. These are people who you've seen on the big screen, and you see them, it was like in the shorts and just down to earth. Good stuff. Amazing good news. What's going on here? Is it 7? Wow. I've lost so much time. All right. So around the region, what's been good? Speaking of, I see this piece of news that says, looking for an inspiring holiday gift? Check out this kindness book that benefits charity. And it says, this author, Brad Aronson, wrote this book, Humankind, Changing the World One Small Act at a Time. He was inspired to write this book, Humankind, when his family went through one of the most difficult times of their lives, where his wife was in the middle of a 2.5-year treatment for leukemia, when a patient advocate suggested that his 5-year-old son create projects to provide a purpose, a distraction, and focus for the hours that were at the hospital. And so for his project, he wrote about the small acts of kindness by friends and strangers that carried his family through that time. But by the time he was done, he felt compelled to keep going. And so he says, what about the other stories that are out there? Other stories about seemingly small acts of kindness that had an extraordinary impact, often changing thousands of lives. And he decided to seek them out. And those are the golden threads that weave a heartfelt tapestry in his book. So, for instance, in his book, you will meet Rita Siobhan, who decided to cook an extra portion of dinner each night to feed someone in need. And so her evening ritual led to a movement that now provides more than 500,000 meals a year. You also meet Larry Stewart, who was homeless when he received a $20 gift that inspired him to become a secret Santa when he got back on his feet. So he went on to give a total of $1.5 million to strangers in need and built a team of thousands to serve their own communities as secret Santas. Now, Mr. Producers, I gave you a phone number earlier. The person is on the phone. Great. So as I'm speaking about these regional good things that have been going on, we have our own, very own local, homegrown, organic goodness that's taking place. So I was asked to perform the national anthem at the launch of Pitch In, which is a volunteer center for good deeds, for helping people, and they partnered with the Ruth Libert Foundation, as well as the Good Deeds Day, which I spoke about on my show last year when I didn't know that it existed. I was telling you guys that, guess what? Good Deeds Day happened in April, and I didn't know what it was. And I said, next year we're going to have one. But guess what? They've started. And so they're moving towards doing a Good Deeds Day, I guess, next year. But Finor Eibel, the brainchild behind Chip In, is on the phone. And we're going to just have her talk a little bit. I'm going to ask a few questions, about 2-3 minutes, because she said she's phone shy. Please give me a break. She's not phone shy. She's not. She can talk because she was front and center this week on at K-On for the launch. So, Finey, you on the phone? Can we hear you?
Yes, I am.
Awesome sauce. Thank you so much. See, I feel so proud to be speaking to you because I keep talking about these things all over the world. And here we have our very own Finor Eibel, who has launched Chip In. Chip In. Am I saying it correctly? Chip In or Chip In? Which?
Chip in. It's the local term for chip in. Just chip in.
Just chip in.
So it's called chip in.
Chip In. Sweet. What's Chip In about?
So chip in is pretty much a volunteer center that connects volunteers with volunteer opportunities. So we're going to link volunteers with opportunities within their needs. So if you're a painter, you can volunteer to paint. If you're a teacher, you can volunteer to teach children. If you're a nurse, you can volunteer. And pretty much in your needs. So we're trying to link persons so that they can volunteer where they feel comfortable. We're also hoping that we can normalize volunteering in St. Kitts and Nevis, where pretty much most of the population will be involved in some type of volunteering throughout the year. And we're also hoping that we'll be able to execute many community projects so that we can help improve communities.
You are literally, tangibly making St. Kitts great again. That's musk. How do you? America says MAGA. What is muska? Muskaga. Muskaga. That's what you're doing. You're making St. Kitts muskanaga. Great again, Miskanaga. You're making St. Kitts. That's great. So, as an IT professional, I always like to ask IT-centric questions. Is there a platform where people can literally go and put their needs and say, this is what we have, and you have the people who want to volunteer, and you have this artificial intelligence that matches and says, this is what this person needs. You get a notification. I'm just planting a seed, but I'm just saying, is there one? And if there's not one,
yes.
we can...
Well, yes. It will be up and running in about 2 days. So it's chipin.org. So you can visit chipeen.org in 2 days, and you'll be able to sign up as a volunteer. And when we match you with an activity, we will contact you. And that's pretty much it. And it's pretty simple. And you just sign up. We match you, and we contact you, and you just show up and volunteer. And that's it.
Wow. Okay, we will have more conversations about this. How was the launch? I know the launch was on Thursday. Thursday, no,
Oh,
not
the
was.
launch was,
Wasn't
the
the launch on
launch was
Tuesday? I thought it was Thursday, but it was Tuesday. Yes.
yes, it was Tuesday, yes. And you did a good job at the national anthem.
I pretended, but thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
How was it? How was the collaboration with Good Deeds Day and the Ruth Liebert Foundation? How was that synergy?
Okay, so Good Deeds Day is an international organization, and that was initiated in 2007 in Israel. Since then, it is practiced in about 108 countries. I think it's making 109 countries because we just launched. And pretty much over 3 million persons, they participate in Good Deeds Day every year. So what they're hoping that instead of just doing good deeds on the one particular day, then different countries can keep doing good deeds throughout the year.
All year round, nice.
All year round.
I like it.
And then the Ruth Liebert Foundation, they launched a little library here in St. Kitts where we have placed mailbox libraries in Keon and Keys, and eventually we'll place them throughout the entire island where persons can just walk up to the libraries, take out a book, read at their leisure, and return them in 3 weeks. If the books are not stamped, then you can keep the book. But if it's stamped, we are hoping that you'll return it in about 3 weeks so that somebody else can benefit from that book also.
Christmas just came early. All of this goodness that's coming. I'm so grateful for knowing all this information. It resonates very strongly with me, with my spirit, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And so we will have more conversations off the air. Is there any last words that you would like to say before we transition to more
Well, I
stuff?
just would like to say to persons to do a good deed today and chip in with chipping.
Excellent. Thank you, Finey. Thank you. And guys, check in 2
Have a-
days. In 2 days from now, chipin.org, it will be live, and you will go in and volunteer as a volunteer and say what you want to help out with. And when they get a match, we found a match. You light that fire. All right. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with my guest in the studio.
The night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and narrow pining.
Experience the value. Get the cable's value bundle today. Internet, Ultra TV, free HBO Max, and a free Cable Platinum Loyalty MasterCard for only $157 monthly.
Of Christmas, the cable gave to me free internet connectivity with lots of prizes and surprises for my loyalty, proving the cable really cares for me. There's HBO Plus streaming on Ultra TV and free extreme internet upgrade for all teachers in this land. So get your cable plan and bundle packages for the family. The cable gave me a platinum card that's interest-free with online shopping capability and money transfer options with no global restrictions and no monthly fee. The cable is giving back to you and me. The cable is giving back to you and me.
Experience the value. Get the cable's value bundle today. Internet, Ultra TV, free HBO Max, and a free Cable Platinum Loyalty MasterCard for only $157 monthly. Feel the thrill of 74 channels of Ultra TV. Feel the rush of the cable's 35 megabyte Bolt Internet. Maximum streaming entertainment is free with HBO Max and the ultra convenience of the Platinum Loyalty MasterCard. Shop, save, share, and don't forget, get a free internet internet upgrade when you pay your cable bills with Platinum Loyalty MasterCard. Not a cable customer? Sign up today and get more out of your internet, TV, shopping, and payment experience. The Cable's Value Bundle, Ultra TV, Internet, free HBO Max, and Platinum Loyalty MasterCard at $250 value for only $157 per month. Call the Cable 465-2588 and come experience the value.
We are back. We are back. And with my guest, Miss Sherry-Ann Liebert Charles, better known to me as a Christian lawyer who's very dynamic in court. That's what I know you as.
What an intro.
Yeah, I've heard she doesn't lose.
Okay, wow.
I heard she doesn't lose. And I'm so happy to have you here. I think I've had one other lawyer on this show, but we didn't talk law. It was John L. Powell. And we didn't talk politics either.
Okay.
But this is going to be interesting, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next 40 minutes, which is you leaving from here saying, oh my gosh, this was an amazing show.
Well, I'm happy to be here, definitely. So thank you so much for extending the invitation.
Oh my gosh. So tell me, what's the best thing that happened to you this week?
The best thing that happened to me this week, that is a tough one.
Yeah, I know it's a rough week, but...
Yes, it has been a very, very busy week. As you know, we're in the middle of our court term. So
Yep.
You're talking about the constant going and going and going.
Something great has to happen. Anything good? Did you win something?
I am not one of those who win.
Oh, she's humble. She's very, 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 very humble. So anyway, but you're good.
Yes, I
You're
am
good.
doing great, giving thanks. for
Ladies and
sure.
gentlemen, she's glowing. She is glowing. You should see her. She's a dynamic Leo queen.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
She's a dynamic Leo queen in the building. So let me just ask a very simple question that might be complicated, but what is law?
What is law?
Yeah, what is law?
Rules, in the most simplest format,
Yeah.
it is rules, regulations that govern the way human behaves.
You're good. You made it very simple.
Yes, breaking it down to,
Rules.
breaking it down. And of course, you can go into more detail in terms of hierarchy, but we're not talking about, that much detail.
So why is it that so many people become lawyers after their relatives get married? Because when my brother got married, I became like a brother-in-law, and my sister automatically became like a sister, and we never studied law. And we just hear it.
Well, luckily for you, you're an in-law without being a lawyer, so you don't have that burden. That's a good one.
Okay. Awesome. But anyway, so law, I've always wondered why people want to go into law, because it requires a lot of reading, many years of law school, then this difficult to pass bar exam that only allows you to practice in a particular jurisdiction, which means if you want to migrate, you meet Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, and you say you want to go to China, you have to go and practice and learn their law. It is not even a universal language.
Well, what I would say, the practice of law is not for the faint of heart. It is not something that anyone should undertake, on a whim. So once you have a love or a passion for it, and you're committed to it, you put down your roots wherever you decide to put down your roots, and you do your best. Luckily for us, we're in the Eastern Caribbean, so you can get called to the bar in multiple jurisdictions. So there are opportunities for you to spread your wings beyond St. Kitts and Nevis.
But why is it that to become a full-fledged lawyer, you have to go to this place with so much alcohol? And I don't get it. This is the only profession where you get called to a place that has so much to drink.
Not quite. But I love that one. Not quite. But that's a good one.
So another attribute of I think is that I think that you would see when people are little, you're like, she's gonna be a lawyer because she talks a lot. Is that true?
Honestly,
she likes to argue, or is that a stereotype that's not true, or?
I think it is a stereotype because even growing up, once you had children who love the mic, love to talk, you would hear that. But honestly, when you're in the practice of law, it's more about reasoning and analysis and listening.
Yeah.
Talking is a very small part of what we do.
Say that again. That is profound. Because if you can't listen, you will not make a good, because you will come with your preconceived notions with one argument, one size fit all, and you're missing those little nuggets where you can just go and undermine somebody else's argument.
Yes, because some of the better, advocates are those that are able to listen and analyze and basically pick through a legal argument. So being able to talk is good, but that is a skill set that can always be developed. But I would look at someone who is able to analyze and think and listen. Those attributes to me would make a better lawyer.
And you know what you've just validated? That introverts make good lawyers. Bim, 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 bim.
You have a point there, actually. I did not make the link, but
introverts make wonderful lawyers.
Yes.
To be able to, in your own space, in your own thoughts, internalize and come up with something and then feel, yeah. And those who are the braggadocious, outgoing ones may or may not, they may put on a good show.
But you have to have the substance.
You have to have the substance behind it.
Yes, definitely.
So, did you always know you was going to do this, or are you?
I wouldn't say that I always knew I wanted to be a lawyer. It was something I would have, played within my mind growing up. I didn't grow up knowing any lawyers per se. But I had one experience with a lawyer when I was 17, and that kind of cemented the decision that, that is what I wanted to do.
17?
Yes. I was a responsible teen.
You wasn't getting in trouble?
Hardly.
So you never knew what licks felt like then?
Maybe 2 times in my entire life.
So you were the goody two shoes?
If you would say that.
You were the obedient child?
Yes.
You were the one they always said, we're going to be so proud of you. She's going to go places.
Not quite, but I just knew how to fly low enough on the radar to avoid licks.
Oh my gosh! She's a good one. So that's a good lawyer in the making, because you find those loopholes to weave in and out to get to your winning argument.
Yes, definitely.
Sweet. You grew up in these parts?
Yes, I'm actually a Nivision. I was born and raised in a place. I don't know if you ever heard of Hard Times. But no. Yes, I am from Hard Times, Gingerland, Nevis originally.
Let me ask you a question. I've always wondered about this since that you're from Nevis.
Oh, Lord.
Right? Since you're from Nevis, what's the deal and who owns Booby Island?
Oh.
Like, if I wanted to just go there, pitch a lookout deck and a hammock and like a little tent, would anyone stop me?
I don't know. I'm pleading the fifth on that one. I have no idea.
I've always wondered if I was a good swimmer, I would have swum out there and just literally pitch something there, just chill.
And what?
Just say that I'm there. Go on Instagram and Facebook and say, hey guys, I'm on Booby Island. Plant a flag there with my picture and declare it mine.
Wow.
I mean, that's what they do. They go to the moon, they plant a flag. Okay, this belongs. You go somewhere, you plant a flag. There's no flag on Booby Island.
Yes, but it's in the territorial waters of St. Kitts.
There is no flag on Booby Island.
I see you're determined, so I'm not going to stand in your way.
Yeah.
of making a mark on Booby Island.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So, all right. So, would you schooled at Norman Stanley thing?
Norman Manley.
Norman Manley.
Law school in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Yes,
Wow.
I did law school there, and I did a degree in Cave Hill.
Sweet. That's Cave Hill is in Barbados.
Yes.
Which do you prefer, Barbados or Jamaica?
Wow. I love them both. Let me say that.
Did you pick up any accents while you were there?
Yes, I picked up when I was in Jamaica. I basically lived with when I was in Barbados, I lived with 5 Jamaicans. So I did pick up a little Jamaican twang. And then I went to Jamaica for law school. So yeah, I think so. Some of it rubbed off.
What about the food?
Oh, in Jamaica, the food was over the top.
Yeah.
Really, really, really good. Really, really
You like
good.
jerk?
Love jerk. Who doesn't like?
Authentic.
That's not even a question.
I love authentic jerk. But do you know how they make the best jerk?
Yes, with a special wood.
Nope.
Oh, tell me.
Nope.
Because I went to a place
I'm
called
telling you,
Boston.
they put 2 chickens in a room, and they put them in separate rooms, and one of them tells the other one that, hey, that chicken said your mom is not good. And then they tell the other one that, hey, that other chicken said your mom is definitely bad. And then they let them in, and they speak a lot of foul language.
How do you come up with
Right?
it?
They speak a lot of foul language until they become jerks to each other, and then they fight till death. And then you take the feathers off and everything, and you don't have to season them because they would have been seasoned jerks by the time they meet their demise.
Wow.
That's how you make the best jerk chicken.
I'm really grateful for my education tonight. I would have not been able to come up with something like that. So thank you.
Oh, this is going good so far.
You're funny. You
people,
are.
People say that I am not, but I'm glad that you feel that I am. People,
Well, I've been laughing nonstop for about 15 minutes. So.
for all you funniest out there, you know, like who funniest is?
No.
People who hate on people who are actually funny,
Oh.
like racists.
Oh.
Funnyism is a thing.
Oh, I didn't
Okay?
know that.
The funniest, there are many funniest out there who just like criticize, and they tell me I don't make jokes, I make statements. So that's for you funniest out there. I am actually funny.
Yes, you
okay,
are.
she thinks
You
I'm funny.
are.
So let's go back to law. What's it like behind the scenes prepping for a big case? Do you get nervous?
Nerves are always there. My practice is mainly in litigation. So if you don't have nerves when you're prepping for something important, that is a sign of something being wrong. You're supposed to have nerves when it's a big occasion. Not enough, of course, to stop you, but, just for you to recognize the seriousness of the occasion. Preparation starts from the moment you take the case. And so by the time you're at this stage of a trial, you would have already done a lot of preparation, and we are now talking about fine-tuning and witness prep and cross-examination and those kind of things.
So what is it like when you know you have to go against your friend?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No. You leave the friendship right at the courthouse, the door before you get in. You fight as hard as you can for your client, and then when you go back out, you're friends again.
Even if you beat them,
There must be a winner and a loser once you're in our adversarial system.
they can't draw.
If the parties settle, yes, or mediate or try some other means of settling their dispute. But at the end of the day, whether you win or lose, you really just want to do the best for your client. And a client will be satisfied once you do your best.
And you guys don't trash talk.
No, we
Are you
don't.
serious?
We don't.
That's like a little unspoken rule. You don't say, hey, I'm watching you.
I am not giving you any secrets of the profession tonight. So there will be no confessions from this end.
Oh, you see what she did there? She's being a politician now. She's weaving in and out. She's dancing. She's dancing. So, but you know what? What's it like when you are arguing and you know there's a counter argument to what you're arguing and you know what it is, and they don't do it? Like, but what is it like when you know that they're holes?
Well, what you do, you preempt sometimes, depending on the situation. So if you know your case has a weakness, all cases will have some strengths and weaknesses. You address it up front. You don't allow the other side to point at your flaws for you. You address it and you explain it. So you take the thunder out of it.
Wow, that's strange. I thought a good strategy would be
to pretend it doesn't exist?
Well, make such a good argument on every other thing that just doesn't even cross their mind to bring up.
Yes, but it depends on what the weakness is. If it's something important, it should be addressed.
Okay. So your first case you won. What did you do?
Oh, I was happy. I was celebrating. I felt really, really good. That's why I like litigation. You have the extremes. When you win, you are on the top of the mountain. You feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And then when you lose, it's the opposite. So it is a roller coaster, but I like the ride.
Do your clients see the emotion in you when you lose?
No,
you just
of
have
course
to...
not. That is, for the backstage. When you go home and you're in private, then your emotions come out. You just express disappointment, express regrets, and of course you give your clients their options. Because losing is just like one stage. You can always appeal, depending on the reason for the loss. So.
And then after that, you get a refund.
That's a good one.
I mean, you go... Listen.
Your lawyer has worked. They ought to get paid. We do not guarantee results, for sure.
Man, if I'm negotiating, I'm saying, listen, if you win, there's a bonus for winning, right? Mm-hmm. And the bonus will be 10 times what you would have already. That's when I become a millionaire.
Right.
I'm just $1 near now.
Right.
Right? Let's say, okay, 10 times. You get a bonus. But if you lose, you have to give me back. See,
you've clearly never had a lawyer.
No, I'm just saying. But think about it. You could get 10 times. It's a motivation to make sure that you actually win.
No, unfortunately, in our profession, we have a standard of fees. So you just don't pick a fee out of the sky.
Is it standard?
Yes, we have a standard. We have bar scale fees, which guide us, depending on the complexity of the matter and other factors. So you don't just like whip up fees, and just charge.
So, I didn't know that. So what that does is even the playing field. So you can't just decide, okay, I'm going to go to Joe down the street
because it's cheaper, right? They're called minimum fees, so that nobody goes too low.
But you can go higher.
Of course.
When you are like one of the top in the land,
right?
Premium.
I mean, exactly.
Like the bad Leo Queen in front of me here.
Well, right? Self-praise is no recommendation. So
I've heard about you. She's good, people, and she's a boss lady.
Thank you.
She's a boss lady. Okay, practicing at this place on the Island Main Road, next to a gas station that sells gas very expensive.
You're too much.
But she's a boss lady. She has moved from practicing under the auspices of a firm to owning her own. And that is the type of ambition that we all should strive for. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it, because I'm looking at one who has done it and who is doing it, who is going to continue to do it. And with that, we're going to transition to why Law Week matters. What on earth is Law Week and why does it matter?
Okay. Well, I'm so happy that we have finally reached the part of the show where we speak about Law Week. Just to get some of the focus off of me. Law Week basically is an event that is put on by the St. Kitts Nevis Bar Association. It is a packed week of events where we try to strengthen our relationships between members of our profession and the general public and, persons involved in the court system. We do outreach. We basically show up and show out in the community. One of our goals and focus based on our legislation, public education, strengthening of bonds, upholding the rule of all of those things. So we try to incorporate as much of those objectives as possible into Law Week.
Is it exciting?
It is very exciting. Looking forward to it. We are going this year under the theme Adjusting Our Lens and Forging Ahead. And
That's for lawyers who wear glasses.
It's for anyone who has eyes, because we're speaking of vision. So we're making some adjustments. We are forging ahead, despite all of the challenges that we've had. And we are celebrating this year from Sunday the 21st November to Saturday the 27th. So I brought my calendar of activities, and I'm hoping
Let's talk them through.
I'll get a chance to go through them.
Let's talk all of them. We have a lot of time.
Okay, good.
So the first activity on Sunday is the church service, right?
Yes, we are in St. Kitts. We usually have activities in both St. Kitts and Nevis. So we have service at Zion Moravian in St. Kitts from 9:30 on Sunday, and in Nevis we have service at the New Testament Church of God in Jessops, and that starts at 9 a.m. So usually on that day, members of the profession, our families, we go, we worship, we just get a good start to our week of activities. And of course, we get a chance to worship. We do different churches, different years. So this year we're at Zion and Jessops.
Monday, presentation to the Flamboyant Nursing Home in Nevis and launch of partnership with New Horizons. Nice.
Yes.
I like that.
What we do annually, we usually collect donations from our members, and we make food contributions sometimes to the home in Nevis. We've done it to Cardin Home in past years. But this year we've decided to partner with the New Horizon, and we're hoping basically to start a continued partnership and relationship in terms of assisting them with things that they need, and as well as to provide mentorship and that kind of service to them. So that is something that hopefully we can flesh out some more, from Law Week, and in 2022 we should be, in full swing with that partnership.
Sweet. Now, on Tuesday is the day that seems like it's the most pedantic. It's like a lot of lectures and legislation and credit reporting and stuff that I probably will not be interested in.
Well, to be fair, the events, we have two events on the Tuesday. And the first one is a continuing legal education, and that is targeted mainly to our members. So what may seem boring to you is yippee, yay for us.
Wow.
Lawyers are the only persons who get excited for books and lectures.
Wow.
So we are actually having a session from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. with Mr. Kennedy Byron, who is a senior project specialist at ECCB. And that is under the theme Credit Reporting Legislative Framework for the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. And then in the evening, in the morning, we have a public lecture. So this is something that I think members of the public can really benefit from.
Cool.
It is a public lecture at 10 a.m. and it's being done by one of our own, Mrs. Ermeline Sebastian Duggins. And she's the Chief Legal Counsel at National Bank. And the topic is mortgages, what you should know. So that is something that the public could definitely benefit from. And viewing, of course, will be on our YouTube and Facebook pages. And I'm sure the majority of adults either, they have a mortgage,
Or
they
they
will
want
get
one,
one,
yeah.
or So this would be a very, interesting session for
Wednesday. I can't wait for
members.
Wednesday. People, Wednesday is a free day. It's the free day. So if you want to get free services from all the people in the law week thingamajig, check them Wednesday. That's what it is, right?
There is something called interpretation, right? And I think you've taken an interpretation that is not quite accurate.
Free day.
So
It is very misleading for a cohort of professionals that normally charge
to put free
to
day.
put free day on law week. I interpret it as your service will be free on that day.
That is actually a rest day. So that is not an invitation for free services the entire day. That's a good one.
All right, Thursday, November 25th.
That is when we're doing our visits. Groups of our members are going to various high schools, both St. Kitts and Nevis, just basically sensitizing young people about the legal profession, what is involved in it. Many persons, even, I can speak about myself. I entered law without really fully understanding what it entailed. And so at a time when, you're in high school or you're about to go to college and you're making career choices in terms of subjects, it's a good time to at least sensitize persons and to get persons interested in studying law. So that is a way for us to interact with the high schoolers. And trust me, they ask a lot of questions. So that should be a very exciting event on Thursday.
Sweet. And then Sip and Paint.
That event is basically for our members. It is actually a sold out event already. Based on what I was told, we're doing it in Nevis this year with Von Anslin, and it's going to be at Cleveland Gardens, and it's starting at 6 to 9 p.m. That is just for us to relax, unwind. Lawyers can have fun. We're humans, So you sit back, socialize, unwind, socialize, and have fun after a long and successful week that I'm speaking over already.
And then Saturday, the 27th.
Yes, we have
Fit
to
to
practice. Yes, we have 2 events that are taking place. One in Nevis, which is a hike. I have the flyer here. It's a hike to Lighthouse in Nevis. Do not ask me where Lighthouse is. I am not sure. That's at 6:30 a.m. And then in St. Kitts, we're doing a hike from Romney Manor, and that is at 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon. This is open not just to lawyers, persons who are, working in the law offices or families, people who work in the court, judges, magistrate. We're basically opening it up to the public who want to join us on these 2 events, because this is the exciting close to our events.
I know there's a climactic event that's taking place on that day. People, I don't know, but if you don't know, now you know that a challenge has been thrown out by somebody that I have beaten on many occasions to submission on the track. I'm speaking about that wannabe track guy, lawyer, Adrian Scanterbury, who has actually, for some reason, decided that racing Kim Collins is a good idea for this hike, for this hash. And Kim has accepted the challenge. Why wouldn't he? Because Kim is faster than... He's the fastest old man.
Goodness.
So, if you want to see Adrian get his butt kicked again, I have evidence of me kicking his butt. I want this on camera again, and we can juxtapose both of them. Definitely come one, come all, and see exactly what this race is going to entail. Adrian has been one. He's a brother from another mother. He's a more extreme version of me. And, we definitely have a lot of synergies that are in common. And when he told me about this, he called me just before I came on the show. I was like, yeah, I'll let them know.
Oh, wow.
I'll let them know. So there's a race.
Yes, that should be a treat. But for those who are not interested in running, you can walk as well. I'm just throwing that out there. You can walk as well.
Very nice.
Yes, and Saturday's events would basically bring us to the end of our week of activities. And, we're really looking forward to hosting a successful week. All of our flyers, our different events, we have them advertised on our website, and our website is sknbar.org for anyone who wishes to get further information on Law Week and any of the specific events.
So there you have it. It's Law Week. It's not all boring stuff like lectures and stuff. It's fun stuff like sipping and painting, racing and hashing, and listening and learning.
Yes, we have a very good blend of activities this year. And I want to take this opportunity while I'm here to thank the hard-working Law Week committee. And our chairperson is Anne-Marietta Staines from Nevis. And we also have Taliba Byron, Rhonda Nisbet Brown, Darian Charles, Jordan Mary Banks, Crystal Liebert, Garth Wilkin, and myself.
Sweet.
So I just wanted to big them up. I know that they are listening. They are probably excited. I know I've probably missed something, but they're doing a great job. And this is all service. So we have to definitely say thanks and continue the hard work.
There you have it. Law Week stuff. And, we have more time,
Oh, we do?
I'm not done with you.
Okay. Well, then, since I have a few more minutes, can I just thank so far? We have sponsors who have come on board to assist us.
Talk.
And so I'd like to say thanks to TDC, Bank of Nevis, Coolers Gourmet Pops, Stella's Kitchen Catering Services. We just want to thank those businesses for supporting us, and we know that others are in the process of coming on board. So we're looking forward for other sponsors to come on board to support some of these events.
Wow. Sweet stuff. I'm watching here thinking, what direction do I want to steer this? I think I know exactly what I'm going to steer this conversation. I want to talk a little bit about these celebrity law shows, like Judge Joe Brown and Judge Judy, and can those kind of shows thrive in these parts? I think we have a lot of drama that would be.
We do. The court is, except where court is sitting in camera, the members of the public can go sit and listen to cases. Mm-hmm. And it's usually very interesting, the things that go on in the courtroom.
Why don't we make a TV show about it? Seriously, like,
I don't know. Those shows, I don't know.
I mean, we
do we really have an appetite for that level of drama?
Yes.
I just feel like it not trivializes it, but it just makes it seem so common, and I don't know. I am not for something like that at all. That just seems like a bad idea. I guess it is possible. I guess anything is possible, but I don't see us heading in that direction.
No, I don't. And not in these parts. It's something that, but it's just, I just look at it, I'm like, we have so much. I mean, people share screenshots, people share voice notes, and people share videos, and it's ingrained in our culture. Whatever is going on, whatever is happening, we talk about it.
Yes.
We report about it.
Yes. And because of COVID, a lot of the times we've had court via Zoom, so we are already in the format. We're there, but not quite there.
Oh my gosh. So how has technology affected the industry in a positive way?
Oh, wow. It has affected the practice in many positive ways. And I think COVID basically fast-tracked everything. In 2019, the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court basically took its civil litigation filing system online.
Finally.
Yes, so instead of, having to go to the registry physically and file several copies of all of the documents.
Finally. Where was this in 2017?
Where
was this in Camera 1? Where was it in 2017? You know what I mean? All right, let's keep going.
That went online, and basically it allows you to file documents from your office.
Mm-hmm.
It avoids the need for all of these adhesive stamps.
To send to St. Lucia,
everything
DHL.
is online.
Yep.
There is no longer that need. And then COVID came, and then the brilliancy of that strategy, of course, came out because you now already had a way of avoiding all of those things.
Thank you.
And then, of course, the Court of Appeal used to, have to travel on assizes and come to the different islands via Liat. And then COVID came and Liat went away, and that was no longer an option.
Where was this in 2017? Where was this in 2017? Okay, let's keep going.
And then that too went online, Court of Appeal sit-ins. Mm-hmm. So the technology has really caused a certain high level of efficiency that was not present before. And then even for practitioners, when you don't have to physically come to court every time, you're saving time, gas, the convenience of just doing it in your office, it is good.
Tell the truth, right? You don't have to tell the truth, but tell the truth. I know when I'm doing Zoom calls, I have a dress shirt and I have my shorts on.
No.
We
have rules against that. There is a protocol that should be followed. So you break it at your own risk.
Nobody has to see below.
You'll be surprised. You may have to get up for some reason. You cannot do that. That is too risky. No, the court, definitely not. You still have to, you're still in court, even though it's online. So you still have to dress the part. All of the rules apply. You might be able to get away with maybe bare feet or something, but I don't think shorts.
Or chicken feet or gorilla feet. I don't know.
But I don't think shorts. I told you you're funny, I'm trying to be serious and then you come with something, so I don't know.
My guests, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the almost end of the show. We never end until we have the rapid fire session, which is just 10 questions. I just ask you 10 questions, ask them first person. You just answer them. You could plead the fifth if you want, but you're not going to because they're all questions you know the answers to.
Wait. I did not know about this section. Could you explain what?
Just 10 questions.
Okay, rapid fire.
I ask them first person. I'll read them and then that's it. All right, number one. My idea of a good conversation has to include...
Oh, I have to answer at this point?
Mm-hmm.
My idea of a good conversation has to include, I have no idea. Pass.
All right, number two. Logan makes me melt when he does this one thing.
He says, Mommy, I love you.
Number three. One reason I know I am an amazing lawyer is...
I win a lot.
All I like to do is win. All right. Number four. See, I told you guys in the show, she don't lose. She don't lose. So if you want a lawyer who doesn't lose, you know who to find. All right. Number four. One reason why some lawyers tremble in their boots when they know they have to go against me is...
I'm usually prepared.
Okay. Number five. Yes, there are some lawyers I'd rather not go against that are that good because they're that good. I'm not going to ask who their names are. But is that true?
Yeah. Of course.
If their names start with A, K, or D, just nod.
I'm definitely pleading the fifth on that one.
That's why I told you to nod.
No. I'm on camera. My nod is very visible to the general public, so I respectfully decline that.
She did it. She did not. She did not nod. All right, number six. My dream vacation experience must include...
Spa,
sweet. Number seven. Something surprising about me that most people don't know is...
There's so many surprising things.
Just pick one now.
Just pick one. I'm a great chef. You see, you're surprised.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. Number eight. If I had to know the absolute truth to any question, it would be this.
I have no idea. I pass.
All right. Number 9, my superpower as a woman is
Loyalty.
loyalty. And number 10, staple question on the show. The best part about being on this show is
You. You are actually an amazing host.
she made me blush.
Yes, and I felt like I was just laughing the whole time. Yes. I had a rough week, and this now turns out to be a laugh-a-thon. I loved it.
That's the idea of the show, to give us some good, that injection of goodness. I leave from here always on a high.
Yes.
It's a distraction from everything that's going on, and it lasts till the end of the evening until I wake up and have to face reality.
Yeah, but at least you have an escape.
I have it. Yes, this is. I'm providing the escape for those who are listening, and it's been wonderful. You've been amazing.
Yes, thank you so very much. I had you have exceeded my expectations, I must say.
So did you.
And so I really had a good time. So I just want to say thank you again for having me. And, I'm just encouraging anyone who wants any information concerning the work of the St. Kitts and Nevis Bar Association to check out our website. It is a full website. It has interactive pages, forms, laws. There's a lot of things on the website that can be of benefit. sknbar.org.
And there you have it. Episode 63 of Only Good News. And we'll be back with more next week for episode 64. I have no idea who's going to be on the show, but it will be amazing, just as this one was. And I just want to remind you guys to always to be kind and to spread love. Well, Jerry is next. Right back. Right at you. Bye.
Of Christmas, the cable gave to me free internet connectivity with lots of prizes and surprises for my loyalty, proving the cable really cares for me. There's HBO Plus streaming on Ultra TV and free extreme internet upgrade for all teachers in this land. So get your cable plan and bundle pack